The truth is, I've been talking a lot of smack about Kong. In many of my previous videos, I pointed out how the fight is simply going to be unfair. Godzilla possesses his powerful atomic breath, a rock-hard carapace, as well as his regenerative capabilities. And so far, size and mass are most certainly on his side. However, I've been watching some of their previous fights, specifically from the old film King Kong vs. Godzilla, where the military in this film transports Kong to Godzilla in hopes that he will conquer him, as they fear Godzilla for his massive devastation that he has imposed on humanity. It made for an epic battle, and it was quite entertaining. However, something really unusual occurred in this battle. As the humans were watching the fight from afar, they knew that Godzilla had the lead. However, then an electrical storm began to emerge. Lightning bolts began striking the ground around the fight, and one of the onlookers made mention that Kong is empowered by electricity. Indeed, he claimed that electricity makes Kong stronger, and it certainly did. Kong seemingly was resurrected by the powers of the storm, and he began slapping Godzilla around like an old sack of potatoes, with electricity emitting from his hands, each pound and slap causing an electrical shock toward the kaiju, king of the monsters. It granted Kong massive favor, and the tides of the battle turned from this event. And I can't help but wonder now, might something similar be implemented for the upcoming Godzilla vs. Kong film? Until this point, I felt like we've had Kong figured out. The truth is, compared to Godzilla, he's not very strong. He's not nearly as durable. We saw how even a helicopter blade was able to startle him after cutting through one of his fingers. But perhaps not all has been seen just yet. What's really interesting is how the Skull Island film took place back in the day. So it's most likely the case that Kong was never really exposed to contained electricity. And perhaps even the storms around the island had something to do with his massive growth. So what if Kong really can be empowered by electricity? And what if, in the Godzilla vs. Kong film, the perception that humanity has changed toward Godzilla? Rather than appreciate him, they begin to fear him. Just like in Batman vs. Superman, when everybody was afraid of Superman because he was so powerful. What if a similar change of events occurs in Godzilla vs. Kong, from which Kong very well may be transported to the mainland to fight Godzilla? And in this case, I imagine humanity exploiting Kong's powers, and somehow charging him up even more so with electricity, making him indeed a competitor for Godzilla. That would be really interesting to see, and make the fight a heck of a lot more believable, in terms of it being a fair battle anyway. But what do you guys think about that? Should something like this be implemented into the film? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on these matters. And if you want to support my channel, I'd really appreciate it. You can check out the link below. And you can maybe support me on Patreon if you want. Every little bit counts, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. I am the Iceman. Peace be with you.